everyone, this is Maki. I'm really looking forward to the Gundam Seed movie, aren't you? Today, I'm thinking of having a very casual chat with you all. Let's talk about the ending of Gundam Seed Freedom. In the past, we produced a show predicting what the ending of the movie might look like. The ending derived from what was depicted in the original TV anime series. And the ending influenced by the commercial aspects brought about by the existence of us Gundam fans and the companies behind the production. This time, I'd like to explore some other possibilities for the ending. What do you think is the essential element demanded of the entire Gundam series? Entertaining us fans, of course, that's ultimately the goal. For a long time, to keep fans entertained, the Gundam series has had to incorporate new elements and evolve. While it's crucial to deliver what fans demand, generating fresh elements is also an important mission. The Universal Century world created by the original Gundam gained a large fan following. After some time passed, the first evolution of the Gundam series occurred. This was achieved by Mobile Fighter G Gundam. The storyline featuring Gundam robots in martial arts matches surprised many fans. G Gundam became the catalyst for birthing Gundam series outside of the Universal Century. The recently concluded TV anime Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury is also set in a world apart from the Universal Century. Furthermore, Gundam continues to evolve its designs. Wing Gundam Zero with its biological wings, and Tane Gundam, which has a different impression than previous Gundams, were born. However, for a long period, the Gundam series experienced commercial decline due to its inability to evolve further. In such circumstances, Gundam Seed revived the popularity of Gundam. Gundam Seed was produced with the concept of being the first Gundam of the new century. One of the elements demanded of the Gundam Seed series is indeed evolution. It's clear from multiple factors that the companies holding the rights to Gundam are demanding evolution. Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans is an example where Sunrise, the production company, has told the TV anime production staff that they want a bold work similar to G Gundam, and even expressed that the protagonist could be a girl. The element of having a female protagonist was realized in Witch from Mercury. Sunrise is indeed pushing for the evolution of the Gundam series. Additionally, here's the Next 100 project that's underway. Though it seems to still be in the works, it is a project aimed at expanding the Universal Century world and producing more in the Gundam series. This project was announced by Yasuomi Yakawa, the president of Sunrise. Gundam set in the Universal Century is popular content, but it invariably creates worlds similar to previous works. And the events of the original Gundam, the One-Year War, remain incredibly popular. The newly produced Requiem for Vengeance is also set during the One-Year War. I'm repeating myself, but while it's important to provide content that's popular with fans, evolution is also necessary. It's important to honor the era when traditional works were popular, while also focusing on developing stories in fresh worlds. In this way, evolution is a vital element for the Gundam series. The Gundam Seed series is also content that has garnered a lot of popularity for Sunrise. The act of cherishing fans while also implementing evolution is extremely important, of course. This is also beneficial for us fans. Let's revisit the predictions I made in a previous program. How about an ending where the war in the Seed universe ends and a peaceful world arrives? As a standalone piece, the story beautifully comes to a close. This would also accomplish the original goals of the production staff, however, the story would end there. What about another possibility? The enemy in the movie is defeated and temporary peace comes to the world, like in Witch from Mercury. The characters achieve a happy ending, but the world of the story concludes in a state where another war seems likely to erupt with this ending. It would be commercially viable to continue the Seed series. However, it's inevitable that it would be criticized for being the same as the ending of Seed Destiny, albeit with minor differences. And the cycle of similar wars is hardly something one could call evolution. One hint I want to focus on here is Evidence 01, the fossil of extraterrestrial life that appears in the Seed series. Director Mitsuo Fukuda has said in the past that Evidence 01 was created to adapt to the worldview, and there are no detailed settings for it. In the production of the movie, I believe the possibility remains for new endeavors to be undertaken. What becomes evident is the third ending possibility. This can be inferred from elements in the Seed series and its novelist version. Do you remember the line from the novel, where Priest Neo said soon someone among humanity will set sail for the distant sea? The comments by Seiji Taketo, who is featured in the novel's commentary, are also significant. Taketo is the person who conceived the element of coordinators. He mentions that the weakness of coordinators is their vulnerability to unknown diseases. He also touches upon the fact that the only way to avoid a future where coordinators go extinct is through reconciliation with Naturals. What do you think he means by unknown diseases even on Earth? There's a possibility of unknown diseases emerging. But where do you think an environment more likely to produce unknown diseases would be? That's right, it's outer space, outside the Earth sphere. The Zin appearing in Gundam Seed are mobile suits that have advanced and enhanced space suits. Plenty of human technologies aspiring to venture into outer space are also featured. Stargazer also explores technology meant for venturing into outer space. Genesis, the massive destructive weapon, is also the result of reopposing technology designed for challenging outer space into weaponry. With the Gundam series being presented in various forms, we've gradually started to see the appearance of beings other than humans. In the Gundam 00 movie, for example, extraterrestrial lens forms called Yells were introduced. In the Gundam Build series, while it was within a virtual space created in a game, lens forms other than humans did make an appearance. The Gundam series is gradually accepting the appearance of lens forms other than humans. As I mentioned earlier, the Gundam Seed series began with the concept of being the first Gundam of the new century. Precisely because it carries such a concept, I believe it is asked to evolve differently from the universal century created by the original Gundam. The third ending possibility for Gundam Seed Freedom could be as follows: the war between Naturals and coordinators comes to an end, and the setting of the story expands into outer space. With this ending we can achieve both what the Seed series initially sought to portray in its first TV anime, and the commercial goal of continuing the Seed series. Furthermore, it would introduce a type of narrative that hasn't been explored in previous Gundam series, thus representing evolution. Some may find it reminiscent of the Macross series, which also features humanity embarking on journeys into the vast universe and enfolds its storylines in various settings. However, given the top-tier staff involved in the production of the Gundam series, I'm confident they will surely bring new surprises to us fans. This concludes today's program. Thank you for watching till the end. Let's meet again in the next episode.